Hello everyone, welcome to Joyful Creations. This is Jayashree this side. If you are new to my channel or a first time viewer, please do subscribe to the channel for the love of mixed media art. This video is the last one in the Mixed Media 101 series where I am going to talk about stamps and stencils and many ways to use them in your mixed media project specifically. When it comes to stamps for mixed media, I recommend buying mostly background stamps or floral stamps. I mostly have these stamps from AliExpress as I really like collecting background stamps and we all know they can get very expensive sometimes. Also, these background stamps help me in making my own patterns on a cardstock if needed. Amongst these, the must-haves are the script designs. They are very versatile and can be used in almost all your projects. One of my favorite is the stitched border design, which helps me in giving a fast stitch on the edges of my projects. Another one of my favorite is the brick wall stamp. It honestly depends on your choice of what design you prefer in a background stamp. I also have this leaves stamp and one floral stamp from Altenew. These help in negative stamping under my fussy cutouts and gives a really cool look. Moving on to the stencils, I like to store them in rings like this. Some most common or must-have stencil designs can be honeycomb, brick wall, a web of some sort, blocks and script. To be honest, I am a very choosy person when it comes to stencils and would keep on using a single design until I find any other of my favorite design. Also, when buying a stencil, I would recommend you buy it from a brand as the quality does matter if you plan on using stencil multiple times like me. If you are a beginner, then I suggest you go for designs like damask, swirls, a pattern of some sort, blocks and script. The brands that are my favorite for stencils are Expressions Craft, Trust My Craft, Finnabair and Tim Holtz. Now let's see different ways of using stamps first. The first way is very simple, which is regular stamping with any ink you have on hand. If you want permanent stamping, then use archival ink. If you are okay with some washed out stamping, then go for distress inks. One thing to keep in mind when stamping in mixed media projects is to never stamp the whole image in one place. Do partial stamping for more interest. Second way is to heat emboss. You can heat emboss any stamped image on any surface. This gives a nice texture to the background. You can also fussy cut out the embossed image like this and use for layering. Third way is using impressions on clay. This works well when you have a heavy body base like a wooden panel or an MDF base. You can simply add a thin layer of clay and add impressions on it with your stamps, giving it a debossed look. Moving on to the uses of stencils, the first one I want to share with you is how you can use your stencils if you don't have stamps. You can simply use any ink through the stencil with the help of your ink blending tool and give impressions. You can even heat emboss by dabbing Versamark embossing ink through the stencil, then adding embossing powder on it and finally heat setting it. Another fun way of using stencils is with spray paints. This comes handy if you plan on making art journal pages. All you do is spray over the stencil, wait a few seconds and then remove the stencil. You can layer as many designs on top of each other this way. Last but not the least is to use the heavy body paints like impasto or acrylic paints of any kind. You can apply them through stencil like you would a texture paste. I hope this video was helpful for you and you enjoyed the whole Mixed Media 101 series. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up before you go. Until next time, stay home, stay safe and keep crafting. Bye bye.